Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Lakeview Health Podcast Series. I'm pleased today to be joined with Ray Mossey, Director of Admissions, and John Baumgartner, Director of Operations for Viewpoint Dual Recovery out of Prescott, Arizona. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
It's good to have you here in Jacksonville. We're excited to hear more about Viewpoint and what you all are doing in the Arizona market. But before we get started with that, I'm curious to hear a little bit more about your backgrounds and how you guys got into the field. So, John, tell us.
Yeah, so I've been working at Viewpoint for a little over 3 years, and I decided to get into the recovery field because I'm in recovery myself, and I wanted to give back and help other people. A lot of the people that helped me when I was in treatment were very influential to me, and I really looked up to them, and at that point in my life, I didn't really know which path to take, so I wanted to do something to where I could help people. And I started out at Viewpoint, house managing, being a BHT, just living in with the clients and spending time with them, and slowly worked my way up in the program.
Very good. Well, it's good. It sounds like it was a great opportunity for you to continue fostering your own recovery by working within that environment.
For sure, it definitely
That's
helps
good.
me stay connected as well.
Very good. How about you, Ray?
I was a SWAT officer in Omaha, Nebraska, who got injured on duty. That started my opiate addiction. After I retired from the police department, I became a state senator in Nebraska.
Really?
And when I was a state senator, I found out I was even more of an addict and alcoholic. I got in a lot of trouble, which ended my political career. Was homeless for a while, and then eventually ended up in recovery. I didn't know there was a way out. And then once I got into recovery, I've been working in this field now for about 10 years in Houston, and then here and not here in Jacksonville, but in Prescott, Arizona.
That's great. Very good.
Like John said, I started out and then worked my way up to admissions.
Well, so Viewpoint Dual Recovery Center addresses both the mental health and the addiction issues, which obviously we all know goes hand in hand when you're dealing with substance abuse. When you all are working with clients, what are some of the more common things that you're seeing that are coming in with the mental health side?
Seems like lately, I know like marijuana, I'm running a few more people that have psychosis-induced marijuana. There's a few people that do have violent reactions when they smoke marijuana. Actually, their mental illness gets worse. A lot of people think it's going to get better.
I have heard that it's supposed to help improve, but I think that's not
some of the
always.
guys we've been coming across lately, that's been more psychosis involved. And, it's methamphetamine psychosis. It seems like a lot of some of the mental illness aspects are being made worse by some of it. Those seem to be the bigger ones that I think of.
Okay.
I've been coming across a little bit more lately. Of course, we get a lot of just straight mental illness where the families don't know anymore. It's like they've tried every approach because regular levels of treatment don't really handle the mental illness part. And because us, we handle the higher levels, we can take those higher level clients that are pretty much their next step is going to be a psychiatric unit if they don't work with us.
Are you all a structured PHP program, or are you inpatient or outpatient?
Yeah, we are a PHP, IOP, and OP program.
Okay.
So right away when somebody comes into our program, they start out at the PHP level of care. We also provide housing and food, all the necessities that they would need. And really depending on how long they stay at that level of care is contingent to their progress in our program. Some people are on PHP for 3 weeks. Some people are on it for a month and a half. It really just depends on how the client is responding to treatment.
What's the average length of stay for someone?
We ask for a 3-month commitment when they come to our program, but the average length of stay is probably 6 to 9 months, PHP through OP.
That's great. Good long stability and for sobriety. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you have to have a primary diagnosis of addiction in order to be considered for the program, or how does that work?
You don't have to. We're licensed to treat substance abuse as well as mental health.
Okay.
But I would say 95% of our clientele has the addiction aspect as well.
Okay. And you're a mixed gendered program, so you take both men and women and they work together in groups? And
Correct. We try to keep it as gender specific as we can, but there's a couple groups where they are mixed.
Okay. And you have a program called You Help, Understand, Heal, Educate, Love, Practice. What's that program about?
Yeah, so that's kind of our model that we go by. like Ray was saying, we treat the mental health as if it's a primary and the substance abuse as if it's a primary. And right away when somebody comes to our program, we have a blackout period of 2 weeks. Blackout is what we call it. It's just really when we try to eliminate as many distractions as possible so we can understand this client, so we can see what brought them to this point, what struggles they're having, what struggles we see they may be having moving forward. Just really get to know them to develop a more specific treatment plan for this person, because all of our clients, they really do have a specific treatment plan to them. All of them are different. Two people could come in on the same day and have totally different treatment plans.
Sure.
So we need to understand that person before we can help them, because we just need to know what issues to address first.
Sounds like a really nice program that helps create some individual care, which is really good.
Yeah, and then it takes a lot of patience. You got to teach them to love themselves and to show love to other people, and so they can sustain this recovery that they have.
That's great. Well, your program sounds really great for the community. If folks are interested in accessing services at your program, how could they get in touch with you?
Yeah, so they could go to www.viewpointdualrecoverycenter.com, or they can call our 1-800 number at 1-877-777-5150.
Great. Thanks, John. Thanks, Ray. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And for those of you that are interested in learning more about Lakeview Health, we invite you to visit us at lakeviewhealth.com. Or if you know someone who needs access to treatment right away, please give us a call at 866-887-0142.